Hello friends, this is Kumar from Namaste Indian restaurant. Today I'm going to share some of my dishes with you which I thought might be useful for those who need it. Yeah, so today what we are going to do is like make Paneer Pakora, which is a snack, vegetarian snack, and what we are going to use is cottage cheese, which as for us we make it in-house, but it is easily available in the local market, so you can find it. And of course it's going to be a stuffed cheese pastry sort of thing, not pastry but a stuffed sandwich you can call. So but on the place of bread we are going to use pieces of cottage cheese. Okay, so just to show you, you can cut the slice of the cheese this much thick, but not necessarily this much big. So yeah, so you can cut it, then divide it into two. So it is almost what you can say like 2 inch in size, and the thickness, I don't know how much you measure, I mean how you measure it, but for me it is like maybe 1 or 2 centimeters of thick, and almost 2 inch of thick. So not thick, long. Okay, so okay, this is the cheese, and I told you the cutting, and now we have to prepare the stuffing. So the stuffing is easy. This is boiled and pasted spinach. I'm going to tell you why we are going to use the spinach, and of course this is boiled potato, and of course salt and red chili powder. Okay, and gram flour, the lentil flour, or you can say. And yeah, I know now you might think where you can get this lentil flour from. Sometimes this flour is available in Mercury market, yeah, but I'm not sure if it is available now. But as a replacement, in case you don't find this flour in local market, then it's not end of the world. You can always use the normal refined flour by adding 2 eggs to it, and of course the rest of the things will be same. Why we use this gram flour is because it is gluten free, and it makes the snacks or whatever main ingredient you are going to fry, it makes it crispy. So that's why people use gram flour. So you can say that it has 2 main what do you call 2 main advantages. One is it's gluten free, and another is like it helps in making the product crispy, and yeah, it absorbs less oil when frying. And if you are using gram flour for coating or for making this thing better, then it absorbs comparatively less oil. So that means your product is less oily, means more healthy. Anyway, of course, when you are going to deep fry it, let's not talk about the health. Okay, so let's start preparing the stuffing. So the stuffing, like I said, is going to start with potato. Either if you don't have a grater, you just mash it, but I'm sure that if you are at home, almost all kitchens have grater. Yeah, so let's grate the potato first. Like I said, you can even mash it, or if you, for example, you're using mashed potatoes for another dish as an accompaniment, then you can take out some from there also. Okay, so I think, okay, let's finish the full complete potato, because we cannot use it for anything else now. It was because it was overboiled. So not necessarily to keep it over boiled. Okay. So now this is the grated potato. Okay. And actually for stuffing, for this much of cheese, it is too much, so we have to add some more cheese because I don't want to throw the leftover. Let's incorporate and let's save the food. Yeah, I hope you will agree with me. So since we got enough of stuffing, so I think we can have some more snacks. Now you might be thinking that how much quantity of cheese you will need. It's totally, your choice. I mean, it depends on how much you want to use. I mean, what is your how much you are hungry, and if you are going to have like your main course after the snacks, then I think maybe for one person 2 pieces or 3 pieces is enough. Okay, so let's add 4 spoons of spinach. You must be wondering why I'm adding this spinach. I mean, there is no hard and fast rule that you must add spinach. It is just to give a good look, because since we are going to use the lentil flour or gram flour, so it turns to be yellowish, and to make it more yellow, we are going to add half a spoon of turmeric powder, or a lot of people know it as curry powder. But curry powder is usually a mixture of different spices, whereas turmeric in itself is yellow in color. So if you got turmeric powder, just add 1/2 spoon to it, and if you don't, you can add the curry powder also to give it a yellowish color. Because when we talk about appetizers or snacks, it is always an advantage if it is very, very appetizing. I mean, like there is a saying in Mongolia that we eat our food first by eyes, then by mouth, by teeth. So that is the main idea behind it. Okay, so we got the spinach, we got the grated potatoes. I added 1 spoon of red chili powder, but that you can adjust to your taste. I mean, not necessarily you have to add this red chili powder if you don't like it. So I added almost, yes, your stuffing, because the cottage cheese in itself almost has no taste. I mean, it has taste of its own special taste, but not a very, very extreme taste. So I mean, I will call it, for me, because I have a very spicy teeth, so I will call that, for me it's bland. So the stuffing, if the stuffing is spicy or more like more flavorsome, it's always good. It will also combine the taste of bland coating with stuffing, very flavorful and very, full of taste. Okay, so I'm going to use my hands to it. I added some salt also, if you noticed. Yes, to make sure that the spices are mixed well with the potato, and moreover, to mash if there is some balls of left of this potato, because sometimes, like the last, when you are grating anything, the last portion of it always left ungrated. I mean, and then especially for the stuffing, you have to make sure that the stuffing is finely mashed. You can add some more. So now you can see it's coming, the potatoes are turning, our stuffing is turning to be green in color. So outside yellow, middle white, because the color of the cheese is white, the coating, sorry, let's say coating is yellow, the middle of the coating main ingredient is white in color, and the stuffing is green. So it gives a very, very nice 3 layers. Let's add some more. And yeah, one more thing, when you are using this spinach paste, let me remind that a lot of people make mistakes when they boil spinach. What I did here is, when you boil, first boil the water. Don't just keep, boiling both things together. I mean, don't add spinach to the cold water and then allow it to boil. That makes the color of spinach dull. It no more remains green in color. It becomes a little dark green. But here you can see it's just like I ground the fresh leaves, but no, we have boiled it and then ground it. Okay, let's taste the stuffing. Perfect. Okay. I hope you guys don't mind I'm using hands, because that's the practical life in kitchen. I mean, you cannot make your food without using hands. Okay. So anyway, let's first finish with this part. Of course, we have to make the batter also. Let's keep it like this, one side. Okay. Yes. The one thing which we have to keep in mind, that both sides of this pakora, the shape of cheese should be the same. Then it will bring more uniformity to the final product. Okay. Overlapping is not very good, so we can always use our fingers to insert the overlapped stuffing in. Okay. Yes. So you see, we almost used all of our stuffing. No wastage, and I'm sure this much of quantity of your paneer pakora will be sufficient for 3 or 4 people. Okay. Let's keep it aside. Now, yes, what we are going to make is the batter of lentil flour. Let's add some salt to it. Yeah, first let me add some seasoning to it. A little bit of red chili pepper does not harm anything, because it's flour, and flour can absorb this much quantity of half, at least. This is almost 150 gram of flour, and yeah, so for 200 grams of cheese, 150 grams of flour is more than enough, and half a spoon of salt, and that's it. And yeah, like I said, I already added the turmeric powder, and I mentioned that if you don't have turmeric powder, no need to panic. You can always replace it by using the curry powder, which is easily available in every small shop here. Okay, I added some lukewarm water, so we have to make a fine, not too fine, what do you call it, ribbon falling consistency. Yes, we have to achieve that consistency of this batter, ribbon falling. So anyway, let's keep stirring it. A lot of people, especially those who have problem with the gluten product, I think it's a lifeline for them using the gram flour. I mean, they can still enjoy the same like delicacies as any other person do. So gram flour is really good for health. It is gluten free. It absorbs less oil when you use it in deep frying, making batters, and it also digests comparatively very faster and very easily. In India, I remember that my grandparents, during the colonial times, they used to harvest a lot of these, what do you call, chickpeas. I mean, this is also, Americans call it like, some call it garbanzo beans, some call it chickpeas, some call it, in India we call it chana, and in Hindi we call it besan. So those who are familiar to Indian food, when you tell them chana or besan, they can easily make it, what I'm talking about. Okay, so our paste is ready, so you can see the consistency. Of course, ribbon falling comes to the when it is very, starchy. But this product is not starchy and not fermented, because ribbon falling means it is supposed to be fermented, so it will not fall, with a line. So you can look at it, yeah. It's almost like the people, when you make batter to fry any fish item or anything. So it's just the same. The consistency of the batter is not going to be very different to those of you make you use for making fried fish or fried chicken or whatever. Those coated items. Okay, so now we have to get to the kitchen because we don't have any stoves here. Yeah, and kitchen is a busy area, so that's why I prefer to do it here in a very peaceful place, because there is no extra noise. So for the frying, we have to walk over to the kitchen. Okay, so we're going to fry now. You have to make sure when you are doing this that the stuffing should remain tightly stuck to each other, and yes. Make sure that the temperature of the oil is rightly maintained. It should not be underheated, and it should not be overheated also. Otherwise, either it will absorb more oil or the coating will fall away. Yeah. So these are the cases which might happen. So in any cooking, maintaining temperature is as important as any other process. You can see it's attaining a golden brown color. In fact, one piece has attained more than the required color during this cooking process. Almost ready. Okay, so our product is ready. Now you can see the layers of three colors, which is yellow outside, the second color is white and green. So it gives a nice color to your snacks. I'm sure you yourself, your friends, and your guests will enjoy it. And it's easy to make. A lot of people even things are easy to make, but when you don't know the trick of the trade, it remains difficult. But once you know what is the trick behind the trade, then things become easy. So you can see the nice colors, and it looks very appetizing to me. I don't know how it's looking to you, but for me it looks very, very appetizing. And of course, you have these dippings. Dipping can be of your choice, but what we make here are two types of chutneys. One is garlic chutney, which is also a unique in taste. Another is mint chutney. Okay, so if you guys allow me, can I taste it now? Okay, I'll taste it. Thank you. Let me taste it. I know there is no one else to judge me here, to judge the product here. Not judge me, the product, but at least I want to tell you why. You can trust me. Thank you. Fantastic. Guys, please try making it at home. I'm sure you would love and at least say thank you. If not many times, at least once. And those who can really follow the steps that I shared with you during this clip. Thank you friends, enjoy. And if you want to try the real Paneer Pakora, please come to Namaste, most welcome. We got two branches in Ulaanbaatar. One is inside the Flower Hotel, which is near the Genghis Khan Hotel or Sansar Tunnel. The second branch is more central location, which is near, or you can say opposite side of Talk English, or very near to Metro Mall. Thank you guys, have a good time, bye bye.